Hello there everybody and welcome to Tarot by Izabela. I hope you're all doing fine and I'm very happy to see you here. Today's video will be mainly about viewers' questions, and it will be about the country of Iran and a lot of things going on there, and there are many questions I have received, and those I will look into today. And the questions are, I need my glasses here, and let's see. It will be about the situation in Iran, the demonstration that is going on against the veil, about Mahsa Amini, the young girl that was presumed killed, death, or we don't really know if it was murder or illness. And she died in the custody of the moral police there. And we're also going to look into the question about ISIS. And some news are that ISIS is finding their way into Iran, and that some people have been killed. And the viewer's question here is, will Iran defeat ISIS? And then we also have questions about the relation between Iran and Russia. What is going on there? Are they good friends? Are they enemies? Are they in disguise? What is going on in their relation between those countries? And the final thing is veil. Will there be veil or no veil? Will the women in Iran have to continue to cover their head, or will the times of the Shah return back? Well, that was the questions I will look into today. So let's start. Before we start, I need to shuffle my cards, and I'm going to use my tarot cards, my oracle cards, and my dices. And we start with some shuffling. I'm going to ask the powers to be with us and give good answers for the situation of Iran. Iran. What will happen there? So, and I need to shuffle these cards also. So let's start mainly about the situation in Iran. What is going on there? And I'm gonna get some dices. Yeah. One, two, and three. So I need my glasses here again. And let's see. On the dices we have the word curvy. We have a alarm clock. And here is a box with an L. So let's see here that mainly open up for the situation in Iran. There will come some good news out of Iran. Seems like people are getting stronger and stronger, and they want to live their lives on their own terms, not on some kind of religious terms. And it's like a female revolution going on. Curvy, curvy women, and the clock is ticking, and there will be a different path for them. Overall, I see here also the struggle that the female population have will have some success, definitely. It could even be taken up to court. It could be some changes in the laws, and every country have their, say, constitutions, and they will change the constitutions or the laws for the women there and for their benefits for women. So there's a lot of forces working, but there are good forces also working there. And there will be some results. How long time it will take? Well, we can take a card and we're going to see some positive results about what is going on. Everything that has consider laws and changing of laws takes its time. So it can take a couple of months, 4 months, or you're going to see big changes in good direction in the month of April next year. That was the first one. Let's now continue to the questions. And the first question is how it will go with the demonstrations against the veil. Against that women have to cover their hair even if they don't want to. And the moral police and so on. So let's see, gonna shuffle a bit. What will happen with the demonstrations against the veil? Just a moment. How will the demonstration against the veil go? And women are really fighting back. They are burning their veils, they are cutting their hair, they are really protesting. And not only women, there are a lot of men also standing on their side, and they don't want that oppression anymore. How will the manifestation demonstrations go? It will spread. It will not only be in big cities, it will spread around in the country. We have a compass here. So the compass shows different directions, and it will go in different directions. So it's a struggle, it's a hard struggle, hard work, but it will be successful. It will be, we have the star here, inspired. It will inspire a lot of women, a lot of places, and also a lot of countries. And here we have the men in charge. They think that women are flirtatious and they should not go without the veil because it's not proper. It's sinful to show the hair. And I'm gonna take some cards here. How will they go with that elite or those people in charge who are against women choosing what they want to wear or not? it looks here like it's based on a bunch of lies, you can say. If you want to cover your head, well, do it. It's up to you. If you don't want, don't be forced. So whatever reason they have for having this as a law, and the reasons are not correct because we have cards of lies. And it has been influenced, and this decision about oppression of women is influenced from other countries. Some other country is behind this also. It's not only Iran's decision, it comes from abroad. But it also says that the manifestation or demonstrations against the veil will spread to other countries where there are oppression of women. So it will not stay just in Iran. It is very contagious, and the leadership are afraid, the male leadership are afraid of this lose of control over more than 50% of the population. With time, it seems that the manifestations will give fruit. The hard labor, the struggle for liberty and freedom will eventually go in the direction of those who make the demonstrations. It's not only that, women also want to choose where to work and how to dress to work. And the men in charge, the fathers, the husbands, they don't really like that. And it's difficult for many men to see that women want to be more independent. But they will have to bend. New times are waiting here. Okay. Next question is about, what is her name? Mahsa Amini. Mahsa Amini. Yeah, that was the young woman that started the whole thing. And it's like boiling. It has been boiling for a long time. And she was arrested by the moral police because she didn't cover her hair correctly. And during the custody, she died. One side says that the moral police beat her up and she was killed because of that. Other side says that she had an illness and she died of the illness. And this is what I'm gonna look into a little bit to see if she was killed in custody or if she died of illness. Mahsa Amini, how did you die? She died with a terrible headache. And it was not stress headache, it was headache because of a blow to her head. Let's see, Mahsa Amini, what about your death? I'll take some dice here. she was fighting. Here we have dice of tiger, someone is running, and here is a mask. So she was trying to run away, or she didn't want to be there, and she was like fighting back. How did you die? Need some more cards here. Mahsa Amini, was it murder or was it illness? It was not illness. Illness I don't see here. I see blood loss, or I see, and it's after a fight. Or someone hit her or fight with her, and that made her, I say, it could be stroke, could be something with the heart, but it's due to the fight. I don't get any cards that she had some kind of previous illness. It's still a fight here. Or they hit her in such a way that she died of that. It depends on where you get the blow, where they hit you. So many times you recover quite quickly, but here happens something that was not good for her. And I also get strong feeling like her family, her close ones, they want justice in this. They are fighting for her cause. And the whole world is watching. I also see like authorities trying to make some kind of reconciliation with the family of Mahsa, or they want to give them money or something just to keep it quiet. Mahsa Amini. I'm gonna take some more cards on that question about her death and what it will happen afterwards. The authorities want to keep it quiet, don't want to make any focus on that. They don't want to write so much about it, especially because it could also be women involved in this. Don't forget that a lot of these moral police are also women doing against women. And they are, they want to talk bad about this girl that was killed and put her in like a shame. So excuse their behavior against her. Whatever happened with Mahsa, it will be a case that goes further on. Could be court case, could be, it will be more investigation in this. Even if they don't want to touch it, it will be looked at. There is some corruption here, definitely. And people had enough of oppression, enough of, They want to live their lives freely. Okay, next question. Will Iran defeat ISIS? And there have been some news that ISIS is back, and ISIS have entered Iran, and there had happened some killings and some people injured. And the viewer want to ask if Iran would be able to defeat ISIS, so the ISIS don't spread in Iran. And one should remember that ISIS is an invention from the West. And since there are big things going on with Iran, and things are, some kind, if you can destabilize a country, then it's a good thing with some terror activity. And we'll see. I'm gonna take some cards about this question, ISIS in Iran. Will they have a crown, a temple, a tribute? No, what does it say here? A tirade about. Okay. Let's see about ISIS here. The same card. I need some more cards here. It looks like they will try to make some attacks, try to make some hurt some people here. So what happened a couple of days, weeks ago, it will happen again. And they will try to make people scared and afraid and hurt them. But I also see that the people of Iran will fight back. And this terror organization, ISIS, will not be able to grow or expand in the country of Iran. We have like the military, the police uniform, and they are already like pinpointing out, they have in their eyes on where and how and who. And it looks like they're gonna find those who are involved in this. And it will not be able to grow or spread, according to the cards here. And it's also a lot of people, they will also report this and this and this, because the normal everyday person, they just want to live in peace. They don't want to have this fanatic Western group, Western supported group, ISIS there. And the people will like stick together, and they will also hunt this ISIS, little groups out. So no, ISIS will not conquer Iran, and the people of Iran, together with their law enforcement, military, they're gonna stop any progress of ISIS. Yeah, that was the answer for ISIS. And the next question Iran was. Oh, yeah. We have also seen on the news and heard and so on that Iran and Russia, they are like getting along quite good together. And I want to look into about the relationship between Iran and Russia. Will they be friends? Will they be enemies? What is going on there really? Iran and Russia. What is going on between Iran and Russia? My classes here: fantasy, stage, and a rubber duck. What is going on here? Calling on your soulmate. I don't see those two countries as enemies here. They're like learning from each other. It looks like Iran have something to offer for Russia, and Russia has something to offer to Iran. And they will like be working together here, making some hard work. And those relationships seems to go far back. I also get a strong indication here that the relationship between Russia and Iran will lead to an improvement for the women's conditions in Iran. Since Russia have a different way to see women and the value and what they can do and not do. And it seems like due to this relationship or cooperation or whatever they have together will also make improvement for the women in Iran. And it's like could be women. There are women in the politics also who have some seats there in Iranian government, and they will make their claims or talk about their problems and how they suffer and what is not fair for them. And it looks like it will make changes for the better. And there is also not only like a relationship between those countries, but it will also be trade. Their money go passing and the borders and so on. Trade. A lot of buy and sell, sell and buy. I'm gonna take some more cards about relationship between those two countries. and see if there are some additional information to talk about. Is there any additional information about the veil? Sorry, the relationship between the countries here. Yeah, the countries around the world are a little bit scared about the relationship between Russia and Iran. They try to, propaganda. They try to tell different kind of stories here to make people worried, to make people scared about this relationship. But it seems like those two countries will get along quite good together. As I said, they're going to learn from each other. And also if some kind of crisis emerge on one side or the other side, it looks like they're going to help each other because we have the family card. And the situation about the women will be more balanced. Even if a lot of, high fanatics don't really want it that way. And it will be more optional. If you want to have the veil, you put on the veil. If you don't want it, you will not get arrested from any moral police. And there are a lot of things to this relationship between Iran and Russia that we don't know about. It's a lot of is in secret and in not public at all. Yeah, some of it will come up, but they have their own, negotiations about things there. Okay, and the last question for Iran is veil or no veil? And the viewer wants to know if the veil will continue as law in Russia, in Iran, or will there maybe be how it was before the revolution and the ayatollahs and mullahs and so on, and like the times during the Shah, when women was quite free or liberated. So let's see, will there be veil or will there be no veil, or what will happen? Will time, all good times of the Shah return? How about the veil? Veil or no veil? Yes, on this dice it says torture, mountain, and the card and dice of death. It looks like it will be the death here also. So the veil under law will die. So they will, because it's considered like torture for many people. And as I said, it will spread around to different places. And there is a lot of fighting. People have to resist, they have to fight against it. And eventually the people will win, and the must of the veil will die. And people will not be more flirtatious and, immoral because of that. It looks like we have women here celebrating, and it will be like celebrations times. So the veil will not continue in law. We have two cards, two indicators of death to the veil. And let's see, how long will it take until this veil disappears and women can feel more free? How long time does it take until the veil disappears? Couple of weeks, couple of months, as I said, probably next year it will be changes in the law, and it will be more just, more fair for the women. New start, new beginning, end of oppression, end of problems. After New Year, somewhere there, it could be in springtime when this comes to law, meaning that you don't have to wear the veil if you don't want to. So, the last question now is about the Shah. Will the good old times of the Shah return, or is it gone forever? With the good old times of the Shah return. And that's a viewer's question, so if someone didn't consider that being good old times, then it's up to them, but I'm answering the viewer's question here. Will the times of the Shah return? And so it says. Let's see what those says. Pluck, masked man, flock. I need some more here. It looks like the times of the Shah is gone, it's dead, it's broken. As it was during his reign of, it was when he was in power. It will not return in that way, like a king or a Shah. But things will change still for the better, for women, for children, for everyone. but not as it was in those times. It will be a different version, but still a better version than today. Some people could agree with that new version, some people don't agree. And it's always like that. You cannot, I say, satisfy everybody. But as it was then, it will not return according these cards. It will be different. It still will be Iran in the way the Iranian people want to, but not as it was before. I'm gonna take some more cards on that. How will it be in the future then, if it will not be as it is now and as it was before? How will it be in the future? Some dice here too. Here we have game, lamps, and someone tied to a chair. Make the effort. It will certainly be made some efforts to improve the situation for everybody in Iran. And even if it's hard work, and there have been a lot of corruption, people have taken bribes and money from places that it should not be. And also here, the women, situation of the women will also improve. Yeah, there will be more respect. New times are waiting, but better times that were more just, more, I say, equality. And it will be written down in law, so it will be changes in the law. Why does it? And those who have been in power by oppressing others will have some difficult times. The oppressors will be oppressed, you can say. The hunter will be hunted. Well, that was my reading for Iran. And if you like what you heard and seen, please don't forget to press like button, share button, and subscription button. And if you viewers maybe have a question or a topic you would like me to make a video of, please, you can always mail me. You have my email address below, and I will do my best to maybe make a video or answer the question in some way. And to all of you, I want to wish you all the best. Take care out there, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.